안녕하세요, 뿌제입니다. 저번에 이어서 계속 게임을 해주려고 합니다. 어떻게 가는 거지? 아니, 이동 속도가 너무 느린데?
I suppose some introductions are in order.
That new fifth year.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Wonder where they're from.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting ceremony last night?
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
잠깐 소리 좀 만졌고요. 친구들한테 말을 걸어야 되나 본데?
Well, I suppose.
Someone would send me a letter.
No.
친구야, 친구야.
Can I help you?
응.
Ah, you're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
그래, 또 나름 흥미로운
It was
경험이었어.
dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
뭐 읽고 있었어?
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
굉장히 모범생이네. 만나서 반가웠어.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
Owls must be incredibly intelligent to deliver all those letters. I still get lost thinking about
아이고, 걷는 거 너무
I
답답하다.
want to think that again.
안녕, 이멜다 레이스.
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
성격 참. 내가 또 이런 건 또 곱게 안 봤지. 이미 우리끼리 알아서 했는데 뭐.
We handled it, and I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha! Not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
아, 그래. 너 참 재수없는 친구구나. 비행을
Do you
많이
have a
하나
lot
봐?
of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
마법사 체스에 대해 많이 아는 것 같던데?
Are you a keen wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
너 참 재수없구나. 그만 이만 가볼게.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
이제 오미니스?
I really hope you get to see, or at least hear one today.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
내가 좀 극적으로 등장하는 걸
Well, if I'm
좋아하긴
going to
하지.
make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house.
그럼
Do
그럼.
let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I
네.
doubt you'll need it.
어디를 쳐다보는 거니? 넌 네가 슬리데린이 될 거라는 거
Were you
예상했었어?
expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
갑자기 불쌍한 걸? 인어들이 휴게실 근처에 자주 나타나?
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
만나서 반가웠어.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
근데 다 착하다.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Just by the say. 와, 영국 발음이 딱 들리니까 참 묘하다. 어우, 드디어 달리네. 답답했어. Weasley.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
오,
Here you are.
책을 받았네.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
오,
This way.
위즐리 교수님께서 잘
I certainly
배워놔야겠다.
would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
나 마우스가 어디
Using
갔지?
the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Professor
어,
Sharp
이건 뭐야?
asked me what the ingredients are
기숙사
for my
상자?
coffee pot, and I could not stop giggling. Most embarrassing. And appropriate, I suppose.
뭔가 열 수 있을 것 같은데?
He said I had a complexion like a hippocampus egg. Fancy saying that? I think it's because
교수님, 걸음걸이가 원래 이렇게
The guide
늦으신가요?
will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
여기 상자가
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
레벨리오? 어떻게 했더라?
Revelio.
레벨리오. 켈피 조각상, 필드 가이드 페이지. 아일랜드와 영국 토종에 변신하는 물귀신 켈피의 조각상입니다. 켈피는 보통 긴 갈기가 있는 말의 모습입니다. 지금까지 보고된 가장 큰 켈피는 스코틀랜드 네스호의 괴물입니다. 필드 가이드 챌린지를 잠금 해제하였습니다. 이곳의 챌린지 진행도가 표시될 것입니다. 호그와트에서 필드 가이드 페이지 수집. 필드 가이드 챌린지는 경험치 포인트를 획득하는 유일한 방법입니다. 업적 같은 건갑다. 이것은 마법사의 레벨입니다. 챌린지를 획득한 경험치는 레벨과 파워를 증가시킵니다. 필드 가이드에서 현재 챌린지 진행 상황을 추적할 수 있습니다. 계속하려면 챌린지 메뉴를 선택하세요. 첫 번째 가이드 페이지를 수집하여 새로운 챌린지 카테고리를 잠금 해제하였습니다. 앞으로의 모험을 통해 잠금 해제에는 새로운 챌린지들은 여기에 표시됩니다. 계속하려면 필드 가이드 페이지를 선택하세요. 각 챌린지에는 티어가 존재합니다. 외형부터 중요한 업그레이드까지 티어를 완료할 때마다 다양한 스페셜 보상이 잠금 해제됩니다. 보상은 챌린지 메뉴에서 받을 수 있습니다. 잠금 해제한 보상을 받기 위해 자주 살펴보세요. 결국 1레벨인 거네.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
교수님 좀만 빨리 걸으면 안 될까요? 와, 그래픽 예쁘다. 진짜 마법학교에 와 있는 기분?
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
네.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
빠른 이동 포인트 플루 불꽃을 발견했습니다. 지도에 있는 발견된 플루 불꽃을 사용해서 언제든지 빠른 이동을 할 수 있습니다. 호그와트는 크게 두 구역으로 나뉘어집니다. 지도의 왼쪽은 학생들과 교수들이 지내는 공간으로 휴게실과 연회장이 있습니다. 중앙 계단. 이 보기에서는 해당 지역에서 이용할 수 있는 플루 불꽃을 볼 수 있습니다. 초록 플루 불꽃은 자신의 기숙사 휴게실을 비롯해 발견한 불꽃들을 나타냅니다. 회색 플루 불꽃은 미발견 불꽃의 위치를 나타냅니다. 약간 포탈? 지도의 오른쪽 구역에서는 천문학, 탑, 도서관, 온실 같은 교육과 관련된 시설들이 자리 잡고 있습니다. 위즐 교수가 당신을 위해 중앙홀 플루 불꽃을 잠금 해제하였습니다. A, D로 지도를 돌리고 A에서 D로 지도를 돌리고 스페이스로 중앙홀 플루 불꽃으로 빠른 이동을 하세요. 이동 시간이 좀 세이브 되겠네요. 이렇게 하면.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
예쁘다.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
My friends and I lose track of the time whenever we're in.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
마법 수업에 대해 말씀해 주실 수
What will I
있나요?
learn in charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
어둠의 마법 방어법이 정확히 뭔가요?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense against the dark arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
호그스미드가 뭔가요?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
버터비요? 그러면 다들 성인인 건가? 알겠습니다, 교수님.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn.
그럼요,
Happily,
그럼요.
your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
근데 뭔가 교수님이 비밀로 하는 게 좋겠다라고 생각해서 비밀로 한 것 같은데 또 학생 입장에서 그거를 또 사실대로 말하기에는 뭐 여차해서 잘못되면 나만 욕먹을 것 같으니까 그런 일은 없었어요.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
일단은 들으셨나 보네요 보다는 거짓말하고 싶지 않았어요. 그러니까 님 때문에 거짓말을 한 거예요 라는 식으로 말을 하고 싶습니다. 거짓말하고 싶지 않았어요.
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
이 표시는 주요 퀘스트를 나타냅니다. 이거를 완료하면 스토리를 진전시킬 수 있고 새로운 기능이 잠금 해제되며 경험치를 얻을 수 있습니다. 일부 퀘스트는 마법 및 레벨 필요사항이 충족되지 않아 잠겨 있습니다. 이 경우 필요되는 레벨에 도달하거나 퀘스트를 활성화하는 데 필요한 주문이 필요합니다. 교수의 과제를 완료하거나 퀘스트 보상으로 새로운 주문을 배울 수 있습니다. 계속하려면 퀘스트를 추적하세요. 아시오랑 레비오소. 뭐가 더 낫지? 어둠의 마법 방어법. 마법. 방어랑 마법이네. 일단 지금 방어 마법을 하나 갖고 있으니까 아시오부터 한번 가보고 싶네요.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
교수님 감사합니다. 저쪽으로 가면 되겠군.
I took my copy at 1000.
막 그림이 막 움직여 막. 와. 혹시 홍대에 해리포터 카페 하는 곳이 있거든요. 가보신 분들 있습니까? 약간 거기 계단 보면 이렇게 사진들 이렇게 해서 요 느낌을 좀 내놓았거든요. 거기에 생각이 좀 나네요. 예쁘다. 와, 진짜 마법학교라도 온 기분이네. 뭔 소리야? 응? 와. 어둠의 마법 방어탑. 뭐야 얘는? 고양인가? 안녕? 표범모니 고양이 안녕? 귀여워. 안녕. 진짜 귀엽다 친구야. 와. 미쳤다, 귀엽다. 우와. 약간 그 고양이 닮았는데 이름이 생각이 안 나네. 와, 진짜 귀엽다. 위로 올라가야 되나? 안녕 친구들. 너네도 수업 들으러 가니?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Professor Hackett is
We
an
sometimes have to
enigma.
remind him to finish the lesson.
마법 수업에 출석하라고. 이렇게?
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
이거로 집하기 그렇게 하는 거지, 그치? 아쓰요 배워봅시다. 이렇게. 이것도 어렵네. 큰일 났네. 나도 내가 몇 번 만에 성공할지 모르겠다. 됐어. 오. 내가 이거 스페이스 안 눌러서 그렇구나.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
와우. 진짜 PTSD 오는데? 대학 간 거 같아. 진짜 교수님 같아.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
이걸 나부터?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish
포함
your charm
마법인
at the last
아스요를
possible
대상으로
moment.
시전자를 끌어당깁니다.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles, excellent happens to the best of us.
뭐야? 잠깐만. 이해 못했는데? 아세요 하고 샵.
Stay focused.
아니 설명 다시 보고 싶은데?
Very good.
이렇게 오케이 안 떨어지지 마 됐다.
Not to worry. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
오케이.
Yes, sir.
나보고 파란 공을 하라는 거지?
Here we go.
내가 아까 엄청 잘한 거구나.
There we go.
오케이. 내가 이겨주겠어. 간다. 아세요. 여기서.
Don't lose your
너무 욕심부렸다. 와, 너 좀 한다. 너 좀 잘한다. 어떡하냐? 와, 친구야, 이게 나야. 와, 이거 무조건 진 거 아니야? 일단은
You almost had it.
졌다.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
와.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
이거 어떻게 이겨?
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
와, 너무 잘하는데?
There we go. Do not think I will start going easy.
아세요. 와, 내가 더 잘했어, 친구야.
Watch this.
잘하는데? 와. 지금.
Brilliant.
나 좀 잘했다.
Be sharp.
내 거 치는 거 아니야? 다행.
That is how it's done.
지금이다, 지금 딱 지나가면 바로.
Not exactly
지금.
your typical lesson.
아세요.
Not that I mind.
30점인가?
Splendid.
다행이다. 이겼다. 이번엔 이겼다.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Thank you. 재밌는데? 괜찮은데? 재밌는데?
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you.
그럼.
Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
고마워. 아, 그래. 이해해주는 사람이 있어서 진짜 기쁘다.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
와, 와가두에서도 같은 마법을 쓰니?
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
오, 지팡이를 안 써? 와, 이건 조롱하는 거 아니야? 대단하다.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand.
아까 그거 선택했으면 욕
admit,
먹었겠다.
however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
와가두에 대해 얘기해줘서 고마워. 어차피 다른 건 들어봤자 내가 알겠니. 진짜 고맙다.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
그래 만나서 반가웠어
Of
친구야.
course, you can use
A
magic
word, if you would.
if you're so
교수님.
inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing.
You wanted to
besides
speak with me, Professor?
You know it
I did.
humans.
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
와우, 진짜 교수님이 따로 나만 불러서 이런 얘기하면 진짜 현실에서는 바로 수강 드랍. 어디로 가야 되지? 어둠의 마법 방어 수업에 출석하기? 여기 출석. 레벨 2가 되었고, 장비도 끼울 수 있고, 또 퀘스트. 아직 뭐 한 게 없어서 퀘스트 없는 것 같고, 컬렉션. 레벨리어 페이지. 오. 아, 레벨리어로 발견한 요런 약간 것도 있구나. 레벨리어로 여기저기 돌아다니면서 막 누르고 다녀야겠다. 그리고 인벤토리. 마법 동물 퀘스트 아이템. 아직 뭐 가진 게 없다. 나중에 되면 얻겠지? 챌린지. 일 가이드 페이지. 퀘스트. 오, 전설급 글로브 갖고. 그러면 장비 끼울 수 있겠네. 장착하고 해준 거지. 너무 못생겼는데? 아, 마법 속성을 가지고 있지 않으니까 안 껴도 되는 거구나. 얘는 얘도 굳이 보호구. 아까 받은 거는 뭐지? 챌린지였나? 테스트? 아, 전설급 글러브. 아, 뭐 별 의미 없나 보네. 아니 근데 전설급인데 뭐지? 인벤토리. 뭔지 잘 모르겠지만 받았는데 없다. 왜 받았는데 없을까? 일단 진행하겠습니다. 모르겠지만 뭐 언젠가 알게 되겠지.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
뭐야? 누군데? 너가 말 건 거야? 말해도 아는 척 안 하는데?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
뭐 그렇게 어려운 수업은 아니더라고.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
뭔가 시비를 건 듯한 듯하지만 나도 뭔가 말을 좀 잘못한 듯한 그런 느낌적인 느낌이 드는데?
Revelio.
없군. 저거로? 클래식 나오고 있어. 고양이 있나? 고양이? 고양이 안녕. 왜 새로운 고양이가 와있지? 아까 그 고양이가 아닌데? 뭐야 왜 귀여워? 어머 안녕. 고양이 안녕. 너무 귀엽구나. 이렇게 올 때마다 애들이 다르게 생긴 건가? 귀여워. 너 너무 귀엽다. 내가 게임하기 바빠서 이만 가볼게. 너무 반가웠어. 안녕. 피하지 말고. 뭐지? 뭐 이런 것도 되네.
Revelio.
5만천지 다 레벨리오하게 생겼네. 여기도 뭔가 있을지 몰라. 없군. 창이 비친 거구나. 애쓰는 소리. 어떡해.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
교수님 카리스마 미쳤다. 너무 멋있는데? 삼교육. 레비어서. 오, 나 이제 잘해.
Levioso.
와, 진짜 꿈에서만 그리던 마법이다.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
네.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
알겠습니다.
Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
아, 친구야, 참교육을 보여주겠어.
This should be easy.
Potato. Stupid.
Complicates things.
Levioso.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Can't be your first duel.
I do enjoy life in duel.
어떠냐?
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
그럼. 아싸, 이겼고.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
저 친구인가 보군. 아까 나랑 싸웠던
Nice
친구.
work.
그럼 내가 실력이 좀 좋지. 너는 건방지던걸?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
맞아.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
일단 비밀이니까. 나는 결투해본 적 없어.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
타고났어.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
뭔가 좋은 클럽은 아닐 것 같은데? 좀 수상한데?
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
아, 이거 무조건
Till
가겠구만.
next time.
와. 근데 말이죠. 저는 그렇죠. 옛날에 학교 다닐 때는 저는 진짜 교칙 잘 지키고 공부만 하는 학생이었거든요. 근데 또 이렇게 게임 속에 들어가고 보니까 교칙 따위 지키고 싶지 않네요. 그게 더 재밌을 것 같고 말 안 듣는 학생 한번 되어보고 싶기도 합니다. 이 친구 여기 계속 서 있는데 지도상에 보물상자 모양이 있어서 한번 말 걸어보겠습니다. 안녕.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
당연하지. 그게 끝이야? 여기 왜 보물상자가 보이지?
Revelio.
아무것도 없는데? 이 친구 서 있는 위치인데 여긴데? 아닌가? 아니겠죠?
Revelio.
퀘스트 방과 후 위즐리. 아까 거기에 당장 이렇게 딱 다이렉트로 갈 수 있는 건 아니네요. 바로 가고 싶은데. 일단은 메인을 따라갑시다. 원래 이런 거는 메인을 따라가야 하니까.
142 staircases.
Revelio.
This is where they put them.
아니 그만두려고 했는데 이런 게 보인다고? 여기 보물상자도 보이는데? 여기... 아이고 끝나려던 중에 이렇게 돼가지고 여기 복도 위에서 수업 들은 데서 밑으로 내려서 여기에 요 그림 앞에서 레벨리오를 했는데 필드 가이드를 획득했습니다. 일리우스의 그림. 고아와 마법사 일리우스의 초상화. 일리우스는 쥐 페트로누스를 시전해서 디멘터 무리와 어둠의 마법사 라치디안에게서 마을 전체를 구한 것으로 유명합니다. 오, 필드 가이드를 수집했어요. 챌린지도 완료했고 옆에 보물상자가 보이던데 레벨 2의 자물쇠가 필요하다고 합니다.
Revelio.
여기 보면 보물상자 보이거든요. 그쵸? 아, 얼른 열쇠를 얻어야겠는데? 여튼 이제 진짜 여기서 마무리하겠습니다. 안녕!